Hey babes, it's me Zion. Today we're back on another video, and as you guys seen by that title, I don't know why my head goes like this, but as you guys seen by the title, today we're gonna be talking periods. So if you're a guy, you just wanted to be nosy and you want to learn about periods, stay in. If you're a female who wants to learn about periods, that's what this video is for. But I'm going to be giving you guys tips on how to deal with a very painful period, I guess. Because a little backstory, I have really bad cramps. Like, when I hear people say they don't have cramps, it really aggravates me. Alright, it don't aggravate me, but I mean, like, what? Okay, or I'll have somebody be like, oh, my period's just 3 days. I don't feel nothing. I'm like, it must be nice. So, I think I got my period at 13 or something. 14? I'm bugging. 13 or 14. I was in 6th grade, I think. So I was in 6th grade. I got my period. So I've been dealing with it a while. When I tell you, I tell my mom this all the time. When I tell you the amount of pain that I was in was unbearable to the point where, like, I didn't know if I wanted to. I'm like, bro, this ain't life. I can't do this. Like, it would be so painful to the point where I did not want to go to school, but my mom made me go to school. But I ain't gonna talk about it right now. But this whole time, my period has been horrible. Like, but I low-key, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I have been figuring out, lately, it hasn't been as bad as it always, the way I can't talk. Lately, my period has not been as bad as it was when I was younger, or even like a year ago, because I've started doing different things and I started seeing a change. And I want to share that with you guys, because some people might be going through what I'm going through. You might be going through like really bad cramps or something, and I'm here to say these little things like low-key work, and I don't know why, but they're low-key working. So yeah, so I have my notes. You guys know I write everything in my notebook. So I just wrote that I got my period in 6th grade. So yeah, I did. But the first thing, which is very unusual, is, well, it's not unusual, but the first thing that I started doing was being mentally prepared for my periods. So when I say this, I have the app, I have the Flow app. This is not sponsored by Flow, but I have the Flow app. So I am able to see my period. It's pretty it's pretty spot on with the predictions, so I don't have to really worry about it not being accurate. So I usually get my mind ready a few days before, like, okay, your period's coming, it's gonna hurt a little bit, but you're gonna do these things and it's gonna help you. When I tell you that really did change the way I looked at my period, which is so weird. I never thought me thinking about it like that, like mind over matter kind of thing, and that helped. So I would say to become mentally prepared for your period. Talk to yourself a few days before. Let yourself know things are gonna be okay. And that's like when I've had like anxiety attacks. I'm not gonna talk about it, but I would mentally talk to myself, tell myself it's gonna be okay. Telling myself it was gonna be okay did help a lot. And I feel like I was putting more stress on my body when I was putting more stress on my actual body when I was stressing about my period coming. So it kind of like flip-flopped. When I was thinking negatively, it would hurt a lot more. When I was thinking positively about it, it would hurt less. So the next thing I did was start taking hot baths. I would avoid things like this, and I don't know why, but taking hot baths really does help. Some people like showers. I like sitting in the bath and literally like melting away. Like, I want that bath water hot, because that's the only way that the cramps do stop. So usually, let me walk y'all through like the first moments of my period, to be honest. So I'll get my period. First thing I do, I'll start cooking. Here's why. I'm about to go take some ibuprofen, all right? I'm not a doctor. I don't know if you're supposed to take ibuprofen. I need y'all to make sure y'all can take ibuprofen. I know there's other things. I've just always taken ibuprofen. So I take a little over the recommended amount, but nothing has happened to me. I'm fine, I'm good. But one thing I do try to do is day by day I try to go down a pill or two with the medicine, because I'm trying to like train my body to start handling pain a little better, just in general for me. So I just wanted to leave that and say that real quick. Like, I usually take a lot the first day, take 2 less than I did the day before, and then the next day I'll take 2 less than I did, and then usually like the last 2-3 days I try to walk it out and like start moving around my body so that I'm not just dependent on medicine all the time. So I take the medicine, I eat food, then I start running my bath. And this is where I'm saying, like, the hot water does help, because the first day and the first couple moments of getting a period is not cute at all. So I do that, I get in the bath, I put salt in it, the Epsom salt, and I put some bubble bath stuff, like Dr. Teal's, that's what I use. I'll put like the one I use right over here. So then I get out the tub, you know, put my stuff on, and I usually go lay down. And this is my next tip. I usually go lay down and get my heating pad, my best freaking friend. Like, when you put this heating pad, I've noticed two spots I put this heating pad in, it helps. You know, right on the front, right under your stomach, like where all the pain is happening. And I put it on my back. For some reason, my back really hurts bad on my period. I know it probably relates to something. I just don't know exactly to speak really too much on it. But yeah, so I put it on my back. Sometimes my back hurts more than actually the front area, which is so crazy to me. So I usually lay down with that, just watching YouTube. Honestly, I just relax. Like, at that, like, we going through a lot. And I get bad, what do you call it? Like, mood changes, I guess you could say. Like, I get really angry and sad on my period quick. So I try to keep myself calm, and that's something I've noticed. So that's why I said I try to keep a positive mindset, because I could go from 0 to 1,000. Usually I go 0 to 100, but usually on my period it goes 0 to 1,000. So I try to stay calm for as long as I can. So this is why I try not to go around people, try not to get bothered by people, because I know how I'm gonna be. So next, I wear loose fitted clothing. I usually always wear loose fitted clothing. I don't be having the time to be skinny jeans no more. But I wear a lot of sweatpants. Like, I need to breathe, pretty much. I would suggest that if you wear jeans, I would not suggest that at all. You need to give yourself some time to breathe, especially if you're going through bad cramps. Because I notice if you have something tight on your stomach, or on that, like, where you're under your stomach, on your stomach, it don't feel good. It does not help the situation. Okay, so next up, I would really suggest to change frequently. I notice, like, when you have a lot in there, I feel like it doesn't help. It just feels nasty. You don't feel comfortable. I would say change frequently, like every 3 to 4 hours. Everyone is different, so I know everybody changes it differently. But I'm talking pads, by the way. I don't wear tampons. I probably would never wear them, so I can't tell you nothing about that. I just use I tried the honey pot pads, and they're just very expensive. But also, I just felt it didn't make a mess or anything, but it's literally just cotton, and some people just like that. It felt a little weird for me, so I would have to like keep trying it. But I only tried it once, just off, like, literally I just bought it. So usually I already had like the value pack of, what do you call them, the Always. I use the Always thin pads, and I would wake up with like a mess all the time. And that's back then. My mom used to just get like the size 2, and I noticed that wasn't working for me. When I got older, I realized that they had more sizes and stuff, so I started getting the size 5 overnight, and I just wore those all the time. And I would just change them frequently, because I feel like that's and I feel the safest when I wear that, to be honest, because it's so long that it won't get on my pants or anything. So if you have heavy periods, I know they have maxi too, but I just like the ultra thin because I don't like feeling so bulky. It feels weird to me, and I don't really need that. But I just use that, honestly, as my normal pad, by the way. So that's a little, I forgot to mention that. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a few another few tips of things that I do. It's like real little things. So I noticed that eating chocolate helps. So I am addicted to Hershey's with almonds, so I always have those on deck when my period comes. My boyfriend knows to the store Hershey's and almonds. But I also one time had chocolate ice cream, and it actually made my stomach feel so much better. It was so weird, but chocolate for sure. And then I also started getting hot raspberry tea, and I put the one that I do get right here. But raspberry tea, I know it helps with, I believe, inflammation. So I would suggest drinking hot or cold raspberry tea. I have the Pure Life, I believe. I'm not good with remember. I think I have the Pure Life raspberry, you know, the cold tea, and then I have the little tea packets that are raspberry. So I suggest that. And I told you guys that I do lay down with my heating pad, but also with laying down my heating pad, I don't stay still. I like shake my leg so that it's like moving my body. I know this one right here is like a real like specific like mini thing that I do. So I shake my leg to keep my body moving because they say it's really good when you're having cramps to keep moving, and it does help, especially with the heat. It helps to lessen the pain of the cramps. Like, you're not really focused on the cramps when I'm just shaking my leg. Like, if you're mad, I'm doing something like that. So that does help. Weird fact. And then pretty much back to what I was saying at the beginning, having a positive mental mindset or mental space, are trying, because I know it's gonna be hard because a lot of times our period affects us and our mental, but I tell myself to breathe a lot. I tell myself the pain isn't gonna last that long. I'm telling myself in like literally an hour, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be able to move. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. That does help. So I would just say keeping a positive mental is also the big. So it has really changed the way that I look at my period. So that is going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it's very informational. I hope it helps you. So if you have any other questions or any video ideas, leave them in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.